I'm starting a very big show to shoot again in December. I know that Imam Siddiqui was one of the few people who changed the game of how crazy the entertainment can get on the shows. Hina, Siddharth, both, I'm in touch with them and I will definitely love to be in touch with them there. I loved Sambhavna in her season. I think it was very entertaining that time. Siddharth is very funny when he has to be, he actually has a great sense of humor.
Gauahar, we've taken some questions from your fans.
Yeah.
This is Tanveer Raj Chaudhary from Silchar, Assam, and he says that what is the first advice that Salman Khan gave you when you entered the Bigg Boss for the first time?
He said, "Mat jao." I still remember season 7 when I was on stage. He had no idea that I was entering, and he looks at me and says, "Kya karogi andar jaake? Andar mat jao, idhar hi raho." So that was the
But
first thing he said to me.
even on the first day when you came and he welcomed you, it was pretty apparent that he has a lot of respect for you. It's like he treated you like an equal because he has different way of dealing with different people, but he treated you like an equal and the Khan Saab element and
He's just kind. He's just very, very kind. He's a generous person. He's, the biggest superstar that the country has. But he also doesn't forget, like people who have probably, like, interacted with him in whatever capacity. It could be just once, it could be 10 times, it could be how many ever times, but he will remember. And he speaks like as if he knows you forever, which is so nice and respectful. And I actually felt really happy because during the questionnaire, Hina was asked, aapka vote kisko jata uske season mein? So she said Siddharth, and immediately Salman said, acha, mera vote Gauahar ko jata. So I was like, oh, that's so cute. He tried to balance it out. And those kind of things really, really make me so happy that, I feel blessed that such a big superstar and he gets to, keep my heart in so that I don't be upset or if I don't feel bad, which is such a generous act, right? So I'm the luckiest girl in the world.
all right. Okay. The second question is Tayyaba from Delhi. Anything you want to say to Pavitra Punia as she abused you and called you by so many bad names?
I just want to tell her, I wish you had said it to my face and you would probably feel apt about saying that and not waste your energy behind my back. But there's always a next time. I'm sure there'll be a next time where she can face me and abuse me to my face, and then I will respect her for that.
What will you say when you meet her?
I will exactly look at her like, are you for real? Like, are you a human being? Because, like you pointed out, I have been extremely, extremely nice to her. So I want her to see me as her mirror and see my smile and know that what she said was absolutely uncalled for. She abused my mother. She abused me. She said, things like, I will put this up her, the obvious word, the rule kitab ki batti bana ke, I'm going to shove it somewhere. That's exactly what she said in Hindi. So I want to actually smile at her and make her feel really little about herself that, oh, that's the kind of human being you are. And you should know that.
All right. This is Sinonari. The place is not
From
given.
my crazy
How,
lot. Yeah, she's from my crazy lot.
okay, you know her. All right. How does
Hmm.
she manage to maintain herself and carry herself with so much grace and confidence? 7 years passed, but she is still the same, but much more adorable in this season. Second is waiting for her next YouTube video. When is that come? The first, there are two parts to this question.
I definitely am going to put out something on my YouTube. I just don't have the time right now. There's a lot of content happening on Insta for now, so I'm keeping that active. I don't know how I am. Thank you so much for your compliments. I had no idea in my first season that I'm going to get this much love outside. And I have no idea that I was not even in competition here, but the kind of love I've received and the compliments and the adulation and everything is just overwhelming. So I thank you actually for your compliments. I don't know what I do, but this is just me. And I don't know any other way to be.
This is Katie from Mumbai. Hi G, what are your future plans in terms of your work projects? Do you ever plan on shifting to Dubai later with your family?
No, I love India too much. So I'm in India like for as long as I know. My work plans, I'm starting a film soon in November. I'm starting a very big show to shoot again in December. And in Jan, I have another show that I'm going to start shooting for. I have a show that's releasing, inshallah, in Jan. I have a show that's releasing, another one in Jan or in Feb. So there's a video coming up with Parmish Verma. There's a teaser photograph already out of that. There's a lot going on. Inshallah, it'll be like the best year ahead.
This is Zarmeen Khan from Karachi, Pakistan. Who's your favorite contestant in Bigg Boss 14 and Bigg Boss history?
Difficult to say. I loved Urvashi Dholakia in her season. Absolutely loved her. I know that Imam Siddiqui was one of the few people who changed the game of how crazy the entertainment can get on the show. So Imam
Yes.
Siddiqui is, for his quirkiness, is one of my favorites. He changed the game around. It was kind of freaky. So I loved it. Loved him for that. Yeah, and I think Sidhuji, although he was in there for a very short time, but he was very, very respectful. So I loved his stint on the show. Rahul Roy's season, I think Rahul Roy played amazingly. He was just, using his head throughout. Yeah, I think these were a few of my favorites. I loved Sambhavna in her season. I think it was very entertaining that time. In my season, of course, there were lots of characters who are eventually my favorites. There was Andy, who was fantastic. Kamya, in her own way, she was fun. Contestant wise, yeah, I think these were my
And
top.
current season.
Current season, I don't have a favorite yet because I don't see anyone, making that much of an impact as a winner. I don't see anyone as a winner. But as a human being, I love Jan. I think he has been a great human inside. Of course, abhi wo thoda confused nazar aa raha hai because he's getting mixed up with things. But Jan is one of the sweetest human beings I've met, and I love him.
This is Shweta Mittal from Jaipur. Nothing to ask because I've now seen her all day live in BB House. It was my dream to watch her, how she lives, shower the love from this crazy lot of hers who is forever addicted to her.
Yeah,
So she's one of
Shweta
your
Mittal.
crazy lot.
Of course, they're all my crazy lots. I love them so much. I can't even imagine the kind of passion they've shown for me for 7 years continuously now. It's not even like, people give up and people think that, acha, theek hai, abhi kaam to chal hi raha hai na, theek hai, meri favorite hai, theek hai. But the kind of passion they show me and the kind of, even I was trending even yesterday and I'm thinking, kya kar rahe ho tum log? Like, kya ho, pagal ho? That's why I call them my crazy lot. I love them so much.
This is Sabah from Toronto, Canada. Please ask her if she would continue her friendship with Hina instead outside of Big Boss house.
Yeah, absolutely. Hina, Siddharth, both. I'm in touch with them, and I will definitely love to be in touch with them. They've been amazing to me in the show. We had a great time, and I think they are very strong individuals. Sometimes we could differ on certain points, but I had a fun ride, and I would definitely like to be in touch with them.
In the final task, when you were invited by Big Boss inside the chamber
Theater.
and
Mm,
both you and Hina, you were on the same page, and you had this
mm,
argument with Siddharth. So
mm.
that is the sort of those are the sort of visuals that make Big Boss so interesting. You guys were literally going for each other.
Well, because see, what happens is when people are so passionate about a certain thing, say, or in this instance, Big Boss, the show, we all see it differently. We all perceive it differently. Every task is read and understood differently by every individual. But the underlining factor is passion. When you're passionate about something, you are that fiery. And if you're of that state of mind that you will keep your point across, then that's what happens. Me, I love Big Boss. I love the show. I love the format. I live it differently than most other people. I read it differently than most other people. So that task was very interesting because I had the least number of people in my team. So I had to protect them. I had to fight for them, and I had to see how best I can save them on the show. And that's exactly what I did. And I was against two really passionate people. Thankfully, Hina was probably on the same page as me, but not completely because she was also playing her game. I was also playing my game, and that entire rule factor that okay, black box के अंदर उसकी टीम के खड़े थे, but ये लोग अटैक कर रहे थे, was actually the confusion because कहीं भी rule book में ये नहीं लिखा गया था कि once the buzzer goes off, black box के अंदर कोई नहीं आ सकता. ये जरूर लिखा गया था कि एक टाइम पे दो ही जन अटैक या प्रोटेक्ट कर सकते हैं, और यही चीज को नकारते हुए बार बार कहा जा रहा था कि दो लोगों ने उल्लंघन किया है. तो वो उल्लंघन में तो मेरी टीम थी ही नहीं, but I was just trying to make a point about the difference of what was written and how it was being read. So yeah, so I love Big Boss for this. How passionate people just go for it for their views.
This is Shani from West Bengal, India. Your skin looks so healthy. Could you please share your skincare routine with us?
Actually, I'm just blessed with clear skin. I'm also very fair, so it looks like okay, I don't do much. But actually, my skin is very sensitive, so I use very few, very very minimalistic products. Even now, I don't have any base on my face. I just put a little blusher and lipstick. That's about it. But in terms of products, I use a nice toner, cleaner, and use good branded products, so it keeps your face healthy. And of course, eventually, it's how you treat yourself inside. That means if you're sleeping well, if you're happy, if you're not stressed out, so your skin will be good.
All right, this is Noman Nomi from Surat. Which is your favorite song other than Ye Kaha Aa Gaye Hum from Silsila?
Which is my favorite song. I also like Tere Bina Jiya Jaye Na. This is one of my absolute favorite songs. And of course, then there are lots of songs that I really, really like. But these days, I absolutely love the new version of Har Kisi Ko Nahi Milta, because it just has it is one of the best remixes that I've ever heard. So I love that song.
This is Mandeep Gotra. आपने सिद्धार्थ के हैंड पर कौन सा अल्फाबेट डाला था जो सिद्धार्थ मना कर रहा था?
ऐसे ही हम छेड़ रहे थे यार एक दूसरे को, कुछ नहीं, मतलब जब कुछ नहीं होता था तो हम ऐसे ही टाइम पास करते रहते थे, ऐसा कोई पर्टिकुलर लेटर नहीं था।
And I don't know if you know about it, but it was trending that I have a girlfriend at home. It was trending.
Yeah, Siddharth is very funny when he has to be, he actually has a great sense of humor. And he was troubling me that time because he thought I will get distracted from the task and he was saying anything. But I don't think he really, really meant that, oh, I have a girlfriend at home. It was just to like, because I was saying, haath laga rahi thi, main usko, aur usko piche kar rahi thi. So that was his sense of humor. But I hope he has a girlfriend because he's a great guy and he really needs to be looked after because he's completely pampered by his mom. He, gets his food on time and all of that. So I hope he gets a girl who can take care of himself. Yeah, I pray that he gets a good girl.
And you're aware of this hashtag Sidnaz of Siddharth and Shanaz Gill.
Yeah. I know about the hashtag. I know it's very popular as well. But who am I to comment on that? I mean, they look cute together. They were great in their season. So if that's the truth, then I will be very happy for them.
This is Anju Ram from Dubai. Hi, Gauahar. Is Gorgeous still functioning? Love your clothes and obviously your beautiful styling.
Well, no, as of now, Gorgeous is on hold because of the pandemic that hit us. And we're still trying to figure things out. I have had a crazy ride ever since, we started working. So yes, we're going to figure it out and we'll let you know soon. Thank you so much.
Okay, and these questions are from Instagram. This is Alcoholic Akshay. आप दिल से बेइंतहा खूबसूरत हो. You are the best person Big Boss ever had. Your fan since Rocket Singh. Keep rocking, Gauahar.
So sweet, yeah. अभी इतने प्यारे प्यारे बातों को मैं कैसे जवाब दूं? It's just the sweetest thing when I read it. The kind of love I get, it's just in my heart. So I appreciate it so much.
Femida Sachu. She didn't like Siddharth's ways before. Now that you stayed with him in BB House, what is your changed opinion about him?
Well, I've already said it. I think Siddharth is quite fun. He's got a great sense of humor. He's a good guy. He's a caring guy. He's extremely passionate about competition, so he hates to lose, and that's how he gets into his mode of no, we have to win, which is great because he perceives his winning passion differently from mine, but that's absolutely okay. But he's a wonderful person, and I absolutely love being with him in the house.
Okay, Tanvir underscore said, what is the reason of extra A in her name?
Well, my sister had put that for me years ago. I think it was 2008, I think. And my sister wanted it, and I just kept it like that.
Uzma Abbas from Dallas. What is your biggest, weirdest fear?
I don't fear much except the idea of losing someone I love, and that's my only fear.
Now, these are Facebook questions. This is Khushi Zaman. Tell me your personal experience with Hina Khan.
It was wonderful. She's a fun, naughty person. She's very, very naughty. I didn't think actually before that I would get along with Hina or Siddharth, but it was like we were a house on fire. Hina is, caring. She's loving. She's got a lot of affection, which is great. And I'm very, very happy that we got along this well. And I'd love to be in touch with her.
Okay, this is Tawseef Majid. Who's your favorite Khan and why?
My favorite Khan is गौहर खान क्योंकि मैं अपनी फेवरेट हूँ.
गौहर खान के अलावा you would like to.
Gaur Gaur Khan ke alawa, I think I have interacted with only one Khan, and that is Salman Khan, and he's my absolute favorite. And he's just all things superstar, not just his persona, his work, but also the human being that he is.
Alright, this is इमरान खान. आपके वाले सीजन से बिग बॉस 14 तक में कितना डिफरेंस आया है और पास क्यों नहीं इस बार कंटेंट और कंटेस्टेंट्स में?
Yeah, I think Spark मुझे भी missing लगता है, definitely लगता है. But how has it changed over the years? I think obviously anything is not going to be it cannot be एक single तरीका of playing the game. Big Boss is a very individualistic, place जहाँ पर आपको अपनी individuality दिखानी होती है और सबकी अलग-अलग personalities होती हैं, तो शो को समझने का तरीका भी अलग-अलग होता है. And that's how each season is so unique. I don't think any season was like any other season. So, I think आगे भी बहुत सारी changes होंगी definitely.